want to ask you, can you remember the last time that you needed courage, either to do something or not do something? It might take some thinking, or it might come right away because you just faced it. I thought about this question in light of our two young heroes, David from the first reading and St. Agnes, virgin and martyr, who despite their young ages overcame natural fear through their faith in God. In today's gospel, Jesus also displays the courage of his convictions when he teaches and heals the man with the withered hand. Jesus doesn't let the Pharisees, who were the key religious watchdogs for enforcing Sabbath observance and who wielded significant popular influence, deter Jesus from doing the will of the Father. As we know, Jesus faces many episodes like this one of the powerful religious and secular figures, those who oppose his teaching and actions. And in those times, Jesus gives us the model on how we are to speak and how we are to act, even when we're opposed. Today we hear one of David's finest moments, where he slew the much larger, experienced, and heavily armed Philistine. But it's what leads up to the scene that is the essence of what we need to face our fears. David has to convince Saul to let him face the Philistine. Saul, being older and more experienced, sees David as an overzealous and naive young man. But David reminds him, "The Lord who delivered me from the claws of the lion and the bear will also keep me safe." David's faith experiences convince Saul and strengthen his faith when he says, "Go, the Lord will be with you." I believe this is a good lesson for parents and kids, for grandparents and grandchildren to teach and to learn, that we all experience challenges in life, and some can cause us to be fearful, perhaps indecisive, yet we're meant to stand up to and to face them. I think we'd all agree it's natural for parents and grandparents, even older brothers and sisters, to give a pep talk about having courage. But where does the greatest courage come from? It's when we believe that God is with us, when we need him to do what is right. On a human level, probably like a lot of people here, when we were kids, we felt a lot more courageous, a lot braver when we had an imposing buddy or two walking with us into a tough situation. But as we know, other people have large friends too. So where does that leave us? You see, neither David nor Saul knew ahead of time the outcome of David's battle with the Philistine, just like we have no way of predicting what will happen when our loved ones or we face our fears. Yet David and St. Agnes, both young people, found the courage to do what was right because they believed that it lined up with God's will and that God would be with them. And so both were willing to risk their lives. St. Agnes, whose name means lamb in Latin, is often depicted with the lamb as she trusted in Jesus. And like Jesus, offered her life and showed the ultimate faith in God by dying for the faith. Thank God, most of us here, at least in the US, at worst, will be what we call white martyrs. White martyrs are people who are willing to face the possibility of exclusion from public or private office or work, or perhaps from social circles, or to miss out on economic benefits due to standing up for our faith. Whether it is a matter of standing up for life from conception to natural death, or standing up for freedom of religion, or of any of the gospel values that Jesus teaches, the best way that we can prepare is to unite ourselves to Jesus, to pray for the grace of wisdom and prudence and courage, to know how we are to face the challenges in life. Those tough moments when we are afraid or uncertain, so that when these times come, we will have the confidence and the faith of David and St. Agnes, and be able to say, the Lord has delivered me many times from danger, and will be with me no matter what happens next. St. David and St. Agnes, pray for us.